So today we have a 1-hour Qigong yoga practice. My name's Leonie. Today we're going to be breaking down a few things that we've already been working on in the past few weeks. If this is your very first time, don't worry, it's suitable for beginners as well, especially because we're going to be breaking it down. And by breaking it down, we're going to be able to add a few little keys or elements that are going to help us get more out of our Qigong poses and our Qigong sequences. Jun's just asked if this is available for 24 hours. Yes, it should be. At the end of every class, I save it, and if there's no technical difficulties, then it will be available for the next 24 hours. And also some of the classes are up on YouTube as well from the past weeks. So if you wanted to go back and look at the other classes from a few weeks ago, my class and then all the other Pure Yoga teacher classes as well that were successful in saving them, then you can have a look at that as well. So today I wanted to specifically talk about the Taoist concept of Li. So Qigong has many different variations and backgrounds. We have medical Qigong, we have Taoist Qigong, we have martial Qigong, which is a foundation of martial arts. There's lots of different Buddhist Qigong. But the Taoists were well known for using Qigong as a technique to live really long, happy, healthy lives. And the way they did that was based on this concept of Li and an understanding of Li. And this is the innate pattern of life. So the Taoists observed nature and they understood that nature always had this kind of pattern. And the foundation of that is a pattern of yin and yang. And we can see that every single day. When the sun rises, the daytime is yang. And then the sun sets, the moon is there, it's nighttime, and that is yin. And this is a continuous cycle and transformation between yin and yang. And the same thing goes throughout all of nature. If you look at a flower, if you look at a frangipani, most frangipanis have 5 petals. It's just that innate pattern. Or leaves will open towards the sun. It's just the way they're designed. And the same in our body, we have this network of meridians and we have this flow of qi, of life force energy through our meridians and also our organs. And it has its own pattern. And when this pattern gets disrupted because of our lifestyle, maybe because of our sleeping patterns, or we eat too much, or we eat too little, or we exercise too much, or we exercise too little, or we sit too much, or sit too little, then things can get a little bit disorganized and unhappy. So an example of this is the energy that runs through our stomach should be running in a downward direction. This is quite obvious. And when that is disrupted, when energy runs upwards, then we can get nauseous, we can get reflux, we can vomit. And that is not the natural way. And then the pair organ of the stomach is our spleen. That's the yin organ and the stomach is the yang organ. And then the energy of the spleen, we want the energy of the spleen to run upwards. So when the energy of the spleen is not happy, then we might be more prone to prolapse or hemorrhoids, or we might feel heavy and lethargic, or we might get swelling water in our ankles and things like that. So another analogy is thinking of the direction that the fur grows on your cat or dog, or if you've ever petted a cat or a dog, or if you're lucky enough to have a cat or dog at home, the fur will always generally grow in a certain direction. And if you pat your cat or dog in the opposite direction, they get quite frustrated, they're not comfortable, and they're not happy. And so Qigong is kind of like a way of patting our fur back in the correct direction. We're encouraging the fur or the subtle energy to just go in its natural innate direction, so we're a lot more happy, less frustrated, and so that our body is working as nature intended. And when our body works as nature intended, we have strong immunity, we recover well, we're more able to fight viruses, we mend a lot more quickly if we hurt ourselves. So today as we move, I'm going to be explaining the direction of energy, and this is a way for you to tune into that, use your yi, your mental energy, your mind attention, to really think about the energy going in that correct direction, like you're stroking the furs back to its natural way so that the body isn't frustrated or unhappy anymore. So I hope that explanation helped a little bit. We're going to begin in a Wuji position. This is just our neutral standing position, and we can use this Wuji position to help us already start to coax the energy in the correct direction. And this is for our breath. So have your feet shoulder width. Soften your knees. Let the back of the knees feel open. Have your toes pointing forward in a comfortable direction. So they could be out a little bit. Just listen to your body. And then let the arms rest beside you like there is a puff of air underneath the armpits. So don't slap and squeeze the arms next to your body. Let them just rest comfortably beside you. Take your shoulders downwards. Feel a broadness across your chest. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Relax the fingers, let them curl naturally. Soften your jaw. Relax the muscles around your face. And then just feel your feet grounding down into the earth. So before I mentioned our yin and our yang, that pair of equal and opposites that are constantly transforming into one another. And then from those two elements, we have three elements in the Taoist philosophy, which is earth, human, and the heavens or the sky. And so part of our Qigong practice is marrying the energy of the earth through our body and combining it with the energy of the sky. Tian Ren He Yi. I'm sorry, my pronunciation is probably terrible for the native Chinese speakers there, but that's my best go at it. But basically it's talking about the marriage between the earth, the human, and the universe or the sky. And we can begin to feel this energy through us in this Wuji stance. So feel your feet grounding down, and it's almost like there is an electrical plug that you've socketed into the earth to draw up energy through the center of your foot. This is the beginning of our kidney channel. So can you begin to feel almost as though you're receiving some energy? You're plugged into the energy of the earth with your feet, and you're drinking some of that energy up into your body to recharge a little bit. And then at the very top of our head, we have a point number 20 on our Do channel, our governing vessel, that in the same way opens like a gate or can plug into the universal energy or the energy of the sky. So starting to feel this energy pull and draw down through your skull and fill your body up, and at the same time fill up your body from your feet from the earth, almost like you're plugging in and recharging. So in our Wuji stance, we're looking for an alignment that is most conductive to build that flow of energy. So we have the point at the center of our feet. Imagine that very center point at your feet, the 2 feet, the center point, then up your perineum, just in front of your anus a little bit, and then over the crown of the head. So everything is in one nice line. And then can you close your eyes just for a moment and see if you're feeling a little bit unbalanced? And if you feel unbalanced, move a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left, a little bit forward and a little bit backward, until you've found a place that feels like you've found your center. Your perfect center where you're feeling very nice and grounded, and when you feel like that energy is running most strongly through your body. And now start to take your attention to the breath. And if you're noticing the breath up high in your collarbones or around the rib cage, start to drink it a little bit deeper down into your lower abdomen. So when you breathe in, your lower abdomen expands a little bit like a balloon inflating. And then when you breathe out, the air just effortlessly exits the body. And this is another perfect example of the dance between yin and yang. When we breathe in, it's a very yang activity. The diaphragm is engaging and creating a pull of air into our lungs. And then our exhale is a very yin activity. It's just the passive release of the diaphragm and the auxiliary breathing muscles around our rib cage and things like that, that just let the air move out of the body. So breathing in, down into the lower abdomen. And breathing out effortlessly. Nice big breath in. Emptying breath out. And you can choose to breathe in through your nose and out of the mouth. Or if it feels more comfortable for you, breathe in through your nose and out of the nose. You could try both ways and then decide on which one feels most calming and grounding and balancing for your own body. So as we breathe in, our intention is to drink the breath down deep enough so that our kidneys have an opportunity to grasp the essence our lungs are taking in from the air. So the inhale is actually governed by our kidneys. The exhale is governed by our lungs, the energy of letting go. And the energy of the lungs is that of autumn. And we can see this in nature when trees shed their leaves in autumn. I know that doesn't really happen so much in Singapore because there's not definite seasons, but in Australia or in Northern Hemisphere countries when there are definite 4 seasons, every year during autumn, the leaves that are not perennial will shed, the trees that are not perennial will shed their leaves. And this is the energy of metal and the energy of the lungs. So in the same way, as you breathe out, it's an opportunity to release and let something go. And that could be fear, it could be stress, it could be physical tension. All right, so for the past few weeks, we've been learning a reset, but we're going to add on now and add something that's going to be excellent for our yin meridians in the arms and also excellent for our vertebra and our neck. At the back of our neck, we have a point, do 14, which is part of our governing vessel, and it's just below our cervical vertebra number 7. And this is a really important point because all of our yang energy channels intersect there. And so if there's any blockage around this area, we can get migraines, we can be prone to dementia, we can have a foggy head, we can get a stiff, sore neck and shoulders. So this is going to be really nice to push away any blockages so everything moves more freely. We have a clearer mind, we can avoid getting dementia later on in life, and we can also avoid headaches and migraines. So we're going to breathe in and lift energy up, and when we come to our solar plexus or our heart space, it's like our fingers are sliding a door open. We're pulling open and opening the heart space. So I'm just moving back so you can see my arms, and then we're going to reach our arms all the way out with our palms open to the ceiling and then stretch out to the sides. Take another breath in, and you could move around a little bit, making more space. And then breathe out and stretch and project out of your fingers. Keep the chest open. Breathe in, reach your fingers up to the sky. Lift everything up. As you exhale, lift your perineum, lift your anus, lift all of the organs. Project through the fingers to the sky and lift all the vertebrae. Separate them and spread them and stretch. Breathe in, come back down to the chest. Exhale, down to the ground. We'll do this a few more times. Breathe in, lift energy up to your heart. Use your fingers to slide that door open. Breathing in. Exhale, project out to the side. You could do another breath in here for a little bit extra. Stretch through the collarbones out to the fingers. Keep the shoulders relaxed and down. Breathe out, project out through the palms and the fingertips, stretch, but keep everything lifting up. Breathe in, lift up even more. Lift the organs, lift the perineum. Exhale, project through your fingers, stretch, stretch to the ceiling. Feel your vertebrae stretch, stretch, stretch and move apart, rehydrating your vertebral discs. Breathe back down to the chest, energy starts to sink down. Exhale down to the ground. So let's do this a little bit more fluidly, breathing in. Peel, open, exhale. Another big breath in. Another stretch. Relax the neck, the shoulders. Breathe in up to the sky. Exhale, lift everything up, squeeze Squeeze the anus, lift the perineum, lift the organs. Breathe back down to the chest. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Stretch and reach. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lift up even more. Project to the sky. Inhale to the chest. Exhale down. Breathing in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale, lift everything up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Open the heart. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. So here, you can have the knees bent a little bit or they can be straight, whatever feels good. But when we're lifting up, everything is straight. Breathe in. Lift, lift, lift. Exhale. In our Wuji stance, where we began our class, the knees were a little bit bent. So they're not straight, we're not locking our knees. So I'm not sure which position that question is asking about, but in our Wuji where we began, the knees are bent. We're not locking out the knees. Our pelvis is forward a little bit. And here, exhale when we're lifting up. Everything's lifting, everything's stretching, legs are straight, up on the toes maybe. And then come back down and you can soften the knees as you come down to the earth. Let's just do one more. Breathing in. Stretch the arms out. Exhale, project out of the palms. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Recharging energy. Breathe in. Take your elbows near your hips, arms out. Gather energy and bring it into your abdominal organs. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Energy recharging into your vital organs. Inhale. Exhale. It's like you're gathering this beautiful life force energy and pulling it into the abdomen area where all of your vital organs are. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So this is excellent for the lungs. So if someone has asthma, this can be a really nice one to just help the lungs out a little bit. You might even start to notice that you're feeling some kind of tingling or warmth in your palms, like you're starting to really collect and build and draw in that energy. So this abdominal region, particularly 3 or 4 finger widths below our belly button, is really important in our Qigong practice. This is our lower dantian, and this is where our energy is stored. So it's like if we're a little bit weak or a bit depleted, our batteries are running on low, This is a nice way to recharge our batteries. Alright, let's take the energy down. One more reset. Breathe in up to the heart. Peel the heart open. Any blockages there, spread it like sliding doors. Exhale, project out to the side. Lift the chest. Keep the back of the neck long and the shoulders down. Breathe in up to the sky. Exhale, lift everything up. Lift the organs. Feel like energy is just pulling you, helping you float effortlessly onto your toes. Then breathing down to the chest. Exhale. So we're going to break down our Qigong 1. Here we're lifting energy. Lift energy up like your hands are suction cups and sucking energy up from the ground. And then bring them to the side body and breathe down. Breathing in, suck energy up to the side body as soon as you've finished your in-breath, and then breathing down. So your pace is according to your breath. As soon as you finish your in-breath, come to the side body and push down. So we don't want to be moving without the breath because that can create anxiety and it can put pressure on our heart. So always just move at a pace that feels right for your own breath. If my breath is slower than yours, then just move a little bit more quickly. If my breath is more quick than yours, you move a little bit slowly. So we're going to add on here the same movement, but we're now going to think of sucking up through our palms, but also through our feet. Almost like your feet are sucking energy from the ground through the bone marrow, spiraling up the legs, up the pelvis, up the spine. Suck up through the legs, the arms, the palms. Push down, breathing out. Breathe in, draw up. Side body, project down. Breathe in, draw up. Side body, push down. You can come down as low as you like. If you want to build more leg strength, come down even lower. It's almost like your feet and your palms are sucking up energy. Can you feel through the legs, almost like the feet are sucking onto the ground and sipping up like a really thick milkshake, energy through the legs, through the bone marrow. So it's in our bone marrow that our white blood cells are made. And then they're sent to our thymus gland to mature. And then they become part of our immune system. So a lot of our Qigong practice is thinking of the inside shafts of our big long bones, like our shin bones and our especially our thigh bone, which is so big and has a lot of bone marrow. Our arm bones. Can you feel this is quite powerful? Really drink up the legs through the palms and then really push down. Can you feel the difference as you breathe in and suck up? The energy feels like a little bit tight and there's resistance, and then as you breathe in and push down, it's almost like you're trying to push a beach ball underneath the water. There's also resistance there. Can you feel that? Nice. And we're going to reset now. Energy down. Breathe in up to the heart. Slide those doors open. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So we're doing the second part of Qigong 1 now. It's just gathering. Breathe in. And out. A lot more gentle. This is a grounding practice. This is calming and grounding. Breathing in. Light, expansive. Exhale, down. Breathing in. So this is really nice and calming. So if the body is anxious or stressed or fearful, this is a really gentle way to calm the energies of the body. Stroking the kitten in the fur in the correct direction, rather than creating frustration and anger and discomfort. We're soothing, calming, and grounding. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Let's take a reset. Breathe in. Slide those doors open. Open your heart. Exhale. Project out to the side. Inhale. Lift up. Exhale. Lift through the anus, the perineum. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do one more reset. So in ancient Taoist times, they would lift the anus, lift the perineum, and they believed that if you did that 200 times every day, that would help you live 100 years extra. So a lot of the time we're sitting down in our current lifestyles, and this can make our organs sink down. So if we squeeze our anus and lift the organs and lift the perineum, this is a way of nurturing our kidneys and creating more longevity. Good. So now we're going to scoop energy away from us. This is a third part of Qigong 1. Draw energy into the eyes, dantian rolling breath. Exhale out of the palms. Breathe up the spine. Exhale down the front body. Rolling up the back body, up the do channel, the governing vessel. Exhale down the front channel, the conception vessel, our Ren channel. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, roll down. If this is too strong and powerful for you, you can have your palms facing you. It can be a little bit more gentle, a little bit more calming, a little bit more kind. If you really want to increase circulation and generate energy, turn the palms out. So you could try both and feel the difference of the energy. Up the back body, down the front body. And this is creating our microcosmic orbit. So if you're pregnant and you're only in your first 3, 4, 5 months, avoid doing this because we want to keep everything nice and calm. If you're beyond 5 months, then there's no worries. And if you're not pregnant, then go all out and really move your organs and really roll up and down. It's like a washing machine. We're massaging our internal organs and making them a lot more happy, removing any stagnation, any blockages. So this is excellent to do if you have any stagnation in your digestive system or your bowels. As an example, maybe it's Chinese New Year and you've just spent the day at your family's house and you've been eating all day and it's like, oh, that food was delicious but I had too much and it's not going anywhere and I feel so heavy. You could do this 20 times, you could do it 50 times, and things really get moving. This is a great one to do in the morning to wake up the bowels and wake up the digestive system. Let's exhale out of the palms. Gather energy into the third eye and down. A reset. Breathe in. Slide the doors to your heart open. Exhale. Reset the spine, the vertebra. Inhale. Exhale. Lift everything up. Lift the anus, the perineum. Lift all the organs. Inhale to the chest. Exhale down. We're going to sync all of these together in our Qigong 1. Breathe in. Suck up through the feet, the hands, up the body. To the side body, breathe out and down. Gathering energy. Breathe in, circle out wide. And down. Calming and soothing and grounding. Scoop energy away from you. Draw it into your third eye. Project out. 5 dantian rolling breaths up the back body. Circle down the front body. Up the back body. Down the front body. Inhale. Really relaxed and loose. loose, massaging the spinal column. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale out of the palms, gather energy and bring it into your eyes and take it down. A reset, breathing in. Open the doors, spread open the chest, the heart. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, grow tall, lift everything up. Inhale. Exhale, double eel swimming, scoop energy around you. Open the chest, open the heart. Exhale, roll down. Imagining two silky, strong, powerful eels gliding effortlessly through water. When you bring that image into your mind, it can really change the energy, the experienced in the body. Like the energy of these two graceful and powerful eels are helping to create the same graceful and powerful energy in your own body. Let's take it 45 degrees to the right side. Keep the feet hip distance and pointing forward, and now open through the side body. So the side body is our wood element. Gallbladder on the outer edge of our leg and our hip. And on the inside of our leg is the liver channel, which is the pair to the gallbladder. The wood element governs our tendons and our ligaments and helps with the smooth flow of qi and the smooth flow of movement throughout the body. The element of wood is particularly becomes unbalanced with stress. So when we're stressed, we can quite often lose our flexibility and our graceful, smooth movements in our body. Let's take it 90 degrees to the right side. Then a little bit further, 135 degrees, or you just stay with a range of motion that feels okay for your own body. Might be less, it might be a little bit more. Just go to your maximum. Rotate around. Back through center, double eel. Exhale, roll down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale to the left side, 45 degrees. Smooth, graceful eels, powerful, moving through water. "90 degrees, left side a little bit more. Remind yourself of resetting the energy. Like this is reminding the body of its li, its natural pattern. Each sequence, each Qigong movement is reminding the body to return back to that innate, natural, healthy pattern. A little bit further now, 135 degrees. Reach and round. Let's return through center. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. So today we're going to have some fun with two animals, bear and crane. These are part of the 5 animal frolics, or Hua Tuo's 5 animal play. Let's exhale down. Reset, breathe in, up to the heart space. Open the doors. Exhale, project. Reach and stretch. Reset. Inhale. Exhale. You can add an extra stretch out to the side anytime you want more. Anytime your neck or shoulders or vertebra needs some extra. So this one's bear. We want to have some big fat bear claws, and don't crunch the hands like fists. Let them be loose like bear claws, and they come to the chest and shoulders come down. Our knees stay bent, but the spine is really, really long, and we're lifting our chest and lifting our gaze. So when we lift our head up, we're not collapsing our head down and crunching into the neck bones. The back of the neck stays long as well, so we're lifting everything up. We're lifting through the forehead, we're lifting through the chin, but we're also lengthening through the back of the neck. And then now our chin is going to come down to the right side, and we're collapsing. It's like our chest bone is dropping down to our belly button. And then from here, the chin comes to the left side, and then we extend and lift up again. The back of the neck is long, the shoulders are down. And now we're making a circle with our chin. Collapse. Exhale. Inhale, extend up. Collapse, exhale. Inhale. Exhale, spiral bear stretch. This is excellent for the neck and shoulders. Move really consciously and mindfully. Keep the shoulders down the whole time. If you have any difficulty breathing, or if you have asthma, don't collapse so much. Just collapse a little bit more gently, because we still want enough space for your lungs. If you have healthy, happy lungs, then collapse a lot. Really feel the contrast. Exhale. Inhale, extend up. Lift, 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 lift the chest, lift the back of the neck, lift the chin, collapse, exhale. So when we collapse, the spine is rounding. And when we lift up, the spine is extending. Even the back of the neck is extending. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, chin to the right, rolling to the left. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, drop it down. Reset, breathe in. Exhale out to the side. Inhale. Exhale, grow tall. Lift everything up with intention. Suck up the anus, suck up the organs, lift everything up. Inhale, energy. Now you can feel the contrast is sinking down and then down to the earth. So now our bear to the left side. Our loose bear paws. Lift, lift, lift everything up, breathing in. Exhale, collapse and round towards the left. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Really think of a bear. A bear is very grounded. The bear in our 5-animal play governs the element of earth. So it's very steady, nurturing, nourishing, and grounded. So if you feel flighty or anxious, or if you have a Vata constitution, if you think of the yogic constitutions, if you're Vata type, this is excellent for you. And because the earth element governs our digestive system, this is fantastic for our digestive system as well, our stomach and our spleen. So think of not just the spine, the neck, the shoulders, the head moving, but also the organs, collapsing into the organs, squeezing them, giving them a massage, and then expanding them and lifting up. It's like squeezing a sponge, and then opening the sponge sponge to nourishing qi blood carrying oxygen and nutrients. So Hua Tuo was a really famous Chinese medicine physician back in ancient times. And he's well known for the Hua Tuo Jia Jie points along either side of the spine. And he found that through this spontaneous animal play, a lot of his patients would heal. So they didn't need to have herbs, they didn't need to have acupuncture. Just by playing and embodying these animals, they were able to reset their energy and heal themselves. And he found that the more that his patients embodied the quality of each animal, the quicker they healed. So just for a few more rounds, really feel yourself become a confident, steady, grounded, strong bear in nature. Big feet, big paws, happy, grounded, confident. A bear is like a general in the army. Confident, strong, powerful, but kind and diplomatic at the same time. And exhale, let energy come down. Reset, breathe in up to the heart. Peel the doors open. Exhale, stretch out to the sides. Inhale, up. Exhale, up even more. Lift the anus, the perineum, the organs, the spine. Inhale to the heart. Exhale down. Bear walking. Take a big step with your right heavy foot forward and swing your right arm forward. The palm is facing out. And then keep your feet separated like this, but just ripple back and let your left arm come forward. Rock the weight into your right foot. Ripple through the center of your body, left arm forward, weight in the left foot. Ripple forward. And find your momentum now. This movement is coming from your center. So the dantian is rolling, roll, roll. Like a wave, the arms are an afterthought. It begins in your center body. The chest is open. And again, we're thinking of a confident, grounded, powerful bear. Have a smile on your face. I've been really fortunate to be training with my teacher as well online, like everyone is online these days. And he talks about how a bear is so confident he doesn't care about anything. He's not worried about the coronavirus. He's not worried about having to work from home. He's confident, he's grounded, he's centered. He's the earth element. He can nourish himself. He's kind, compassionate, but powerful as well. Starting to become a little bit more looser. Feel the movement from your center body. Have a confident smile on your face like a bear. And remind yourself of Hua Tuo and how he found that his patients healed even better when they embodied the animal and become the bear. Confident, grounded, so the feet are heavy, moving from your center. Stepping back, energy down, reset, breathe in. Slide the doors open, exhale, inhale, exhale, lift, lift, lift. Inhale, exhale, a big heavy left barefoot steps forward. Weight in the left forward, weight in the right back. Confident, strong, powerful bear, moving from your center. Smile like a confident bear. Visualize yourself moving through a forest. Boom, 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 boom. Confident, grounded, balanced, nurturing like the element of earth, connected to nature. You can move slower. You can move more quickly. Just make sure that it's the movements coming from your center body, from your dantian, from your organs, and the arms, the shoulders, the rest of your body are just an afterthought. Stepping back, exhale energy down, reset, breathe in, gather up to the heart, slide the doors open, exhale, inhale, exhale, grow tall, lift everything up, inhale, exhale. Our crane now, the element of metal. We're going to breathe our shoulders, elbows, arms up. Fly the wings up, and then shoulders, elbows, arms down. Suck through the legs, lift energy from the earth up the bone marrow, up the spine, up to C7, out of the arms. Exhale down. Inhale like a ripple, sucking up, up, up. Exhale. Ground down into your left foot and get a little bit lighter on your right foot. Next time you breathe in, you might like to lift the right foot up a little bit. Take the toe off the ground, get lighter, and then down. Crane dancing. Lighter, lighter, even more. Left foot up and down. Lift up, breathe in, lifting, 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 and down. This time we're going to strike a crane pose, lift all the way up, connect the back of the wrist, take your right knee towards your armpit, and then all the way down, sink energy down, both feet grounded, breathing in, lift up, exhale down. Inhale, draw energy up the legs, up the spine, up the arms. Exhale. Feel that ripple, the wave of energy drawing up. It's like a chain reaction. Exhale down. Grounding into your right foot this time. Get lighter up onto your left toes. And down. Maybe left toes lift up. And down. Lift up a little bit more. And down. Lift up, striking your crane pose this time. Back of the wrists meet. Left knee up to the armpit. Lift. And then sink everything down, grounding both feet. Waving the arms. And down. Let's take a reset, breathe in up to the heart. Slide those doors open. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Crane playing in water with a bent elbow, right elbow back, left elbow back. Right elbow, left elbow. Soften the knees, anchor the tailbone down. Feel that figure of 8 or infinity shape movement in the ankles, the knees, the abdomen, pelvis, shoulders. This is a gentle option if you want to go a little bit more straight arms, like you're doing backstroke. Everything is loose, palms are facing outwards. Gentle, effortless. If you want a little bit more, you can find some momentum now, but keep everything loose and soft. The movement is coming from our center. It's almost like your belly button is dictating the movement, and the arms are like the rest of a whip. The belly button is the handle of a whip, and it's just creating a flow of energy that continues down towards the arms. Relax the wrists and the fingers. Choose to stop at any of those options along the way. Bend elbows, slower arm movements, even faster if you want, like a helicopter or a windmill. Super relaxed though. Relax neck and shoulders, relax knees and pelvis, definitely a relaxed abdomen, because that's where our movement is coming from. Relax, smooth, steady breath. And then beginning to slow down a little bit. And then just coming into a few double eels. Any direction, if you like it to the side, go to the side. If you like it forward, go forward. One side to the other. Let yourself move in a way that feels really good for your own body's needs. And then energy down. Gather energy. Just breathe in. And wash it over yourself. Grounding, soothing, and calming. Just like this, breathe in. Sweating a lot is an indication that you're really moving your chi, so that's fantastic. So in our Qigong practice, when we become really loose and open and the chi flows, it opens the pores and helps us sweat. So even in some of the static standing postures, we can sweat even though it might not be that hot, even if we have the aircon on, just because of the flow of chi. So that's an incredible sign. That's really amazing. Especially crane playing in water, it's almost like we're going for a stationary run. It has this fantastic way of boosting our circulation. So now we're just going to bring everything down, calming down. Can you feel now the shift of energy? Feels so good. Yeah, I think it feels good too, but I'm a little bit biased. I'm so glad you're enjoying it. So now we're coming into heavenly love, a really gentle way to calm the mind. So step out to the left side and brush your left arm out. And pick up that energy with your right hand and draw it across your face and then push it away. Collect it with your left hand. Palm draws across the eyes and then push away. Right hand collects across the face. Look at the center of the palm and then down. Calming and soothing the mind. Slowing down the breath, the heart rate, the mental activity. If you spend a lot of time in front of the computer or in front of your phone, this is really great for the eyes. So let the energy from the center of the palm project into your eyes and fix your gaze at the center of your palm. At the center of our palm, we have our Logan point, which is our pericardium 8 point. It's a very powerful point where we can collect and project energy. So we can use that to help our own eyes, calming and soothing the mind. This is a good one to do before bed if you're feeling really anxious and you're finding it difficult to fall asleep. So particularly because our practice is in the afternoon or the evening for most of us, depending on where in the world we're dialing in from. After such an exciting crane playing in water, it's good to just do a few rounds of something that's soothing and calming, like we did before with our gathering energy and sinking it down, and now with our heavenly love, soothing and calming the mind, just so that we're not too excited and we disrupt our sleep. Take energy to the center, reset up to the chest, open the doors, exhale, reach and stretch, breathe in, exhale, inhale, exhale. Take your Wuji stance. The feet are shoulder width, our knees are bent a little bit. The pelvis is forward so that our perineum is at the center of our feet. The shoulders are over the hips and the crown of the head is stacked over our head. We're going to place our right hand on our lower abdomen and our left hand on top. Relax the neck and shoulders. Relax the whole body and close your eyes. Close the eyes and tune into your own subtle energy. Notice how your Qigong practice has created any shifts inside of you. Do you feel any heat? Some of us have already said that we felt sweaty, which is excellent. Do you feel any tingling or pulsating? Can you now give yourself a gentle smile? Let the corners of your mouth turn upwards and collect that smiling energy in your heart space and breathe in and gather all of that beautiful potential and creativity and uniqueness into your heart. And as you breathe out, can you expand that out into the world? As you breathe in, smile at yourself, pull all of that potential and creativity and uniqueness of you into your heart. And as you breathe out, expand that beyond your body, beyond the walls of your room, out into the world. Another big smile towards yourself, collecting that unique energy, that little candle flame in your heart space. And as you breathe out, expand that out into the world with a smile. Take your hands to Namaste Mudra at your heart space.